Good morning. Beautiful day for a run. Sundays, that's long run day. It's the nature of the weekend warrior. Gotta get to work in on the weekends because we work 5 days a week, right? Beautiful thing, but it can be tough. Can be tough. Question of the day: how do you get your work in? How many days a week do you work? And how do you get to work in around it? Okay, so I've many times said I believe everybody should be training at least for a 5K, that for our best health, 5K, 10K, half marathon training, that's where it's at. That is to get the maximum out of your health, because training for those leave some time and motivation as well for lifting weights or other chosen strength training activities. Maybe some flexibility activities, other things that benefit your health, focus on diet, all that stuff. And then I trained for a marathon, despite that it wasn't for health. It was for other reasons. And that's true. I still think that if you train for a marathon or an ultra, you're doing it for reasons other than your personal health. Because you can get the most out of your personal health training for 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons. Because the fact is, with long runs that aren't as long, you're more likely to also get out. So let's say you're training for 5Ks. Even an advanced runner, your 6 mile long run, 7 mile long run, more than doubling up the distance, leaves plenty of time to get to the gym and do some machines, some barbell exercises, dumbbell exercises, cable pulls, these things that build up your whole body. It also leaves time to think about your diet. What kind of diet should you be eating? And then other aspects of health as well. Your spirituality. Are you reading your Bible in the morning if you're Christian or Jewish? Are you meditating if you're Buddhist? Right? These are part of it. Are you finding long life is connected to community and family? Are you connecting to your community in meaningful ways? If you're Catholic, are you joining the Knights of Columbus or the Catholic Daughters of America? Right? It doesn't have to be those organizations, but are you joining the Kiwanis, Rotary Club, Garden Club, and doing something? Are you volunteering with your local scout organizations or at a food bank? Or walking dogs at the Animal Rescue League? These are all parts of meaning beyond work. We all have to work, and sometimes we don't get to choose what work we do for a living, and I'm lucky to have work that's very wonderful. Is it the ideal work I saw myself doing? No, I saw myself at a college, right? 10 years ago. But it's pretty darn nice teaching music to middle schoolers. Morning. It's pretty nice teaching music to middle schoolers. There's a lot of worse things one could be doing for a living, But whatever you're doing, welding, laying floor, or if you're retired, these things don't define us. A lawyer, that doesn't define you. Doctor, doesn't define you. Engineer, secretary, it does a little bit to affect us, but really we're defined by these other things: friends, family, God, our relationship to our community, our keeping ourselves fit, healthy in mind, body, and spirit. So 5K is just over 3 miles. the turkey trot, sign up for it. You can run it or walk it. In fact, they also have a 2-miler. If you're not up to 3 miles yet, 2 miles might be a push for you as a walk. That's okay. Sign up for it every year, you know, and then sign up for other things. There used to be a Labor Day 5K at the beginning of summer, right? But now it's Labor Day Mile, and it's out in Port Matilda. Let's sign up for that. And there's a 4K on the 4th of July here. You know, half marathon in December to raise money for Centers Volunteers in Medicine. You know, you could just sign up for these things and have a great exercise goals at different speeds, right? That you're hoping to do. Maybe you're at the level where you can run a mile, but you can't run 3. And so once a year, you run that Labor Day 5K, that Labor Day mile, and then the 4K, you walk that, and the turkey trot, you walk that, and you get into the gym, build up some strength. The next year, maybe you can run all 3. The year after that, maybe you can even jog out the half marathon at an easy pace. Who knows, right? If you get even more fit than me, maybe you can do the 50-miler Tussey Mountain Back that's local. And if you don't live here, wherever you live, look at your local calendar. There are 5Ks most places in the United States. You can find one. Maybe you can find them around the calendar and sign up for them. Ask if you can walk them if they don't have information online. I bet you most of them say, yeah, you can come and walk it. And then go do it. Go do it. You got this. If you have special needs and are getting around in a different form of mobility, ask if you can do that. I bet you most of them would be okay. Local race directors tend to be some of the nicest people in the world. Wow, look at this beauty here. Leaves turn in fall, such a beautiful thing. It's also why I have my mask for my allergies, but wow. So beautiful, so beautiful. Final point. When you're out doing long runs, let's say you're an advanced 5K runner and you're out for your 6-mile run, don't worry about your pace. That's not the purpose of the long run. If you walk part of it, walk part of it. The purpose is extending your aerobic ability, and then worry about pace on your pace building exercises. So if you're going to the track and doing 100s, 200s, 400s, 800s, however many you're doing, right? Then worry about pace. Or if you don't do them on track, go out and do fartleks, right? You go do those. Find a place to distance, run faster then. But don't do it on your long run. Different purpose. Building up different energy systems, different aspects of your long-term health, your VO2 max being a big indicator of longevity, you know, your overall aerobic fitness, even more so, right? Different aspects, different goals. I'm mostly walking up the hills and jogging, nice and easy elsewise today. Adam first seen in Osmond Laboratory, Professor of Physics Erwin Euler in 1955 became the first person to see an atom using a field ion microscope of his own invention, a landmark advance in scientific instrumentation that magnified these building blocks of the universe more than 2 million times.